We are here because we want to enhance teaching and learning and experiences for young people. So parents and educators and museum professionals coming together to talk about how we can collaborate and coordinate to do that is important, because each has a role to play in the education ecosystem.
This is a room full of educators, different types of educators. We have some of our school-based educators, some of our museum educators, and I think it's always important to engage in the deeper understanding of what are our individual needs. I think sometimes we create programs, on the school side, we create programs in a vacuum. Sometimes museums will create programs in a vacuum. And there's a concept in both minds of, if we build it, they'll come. And if you don't open that door to communication, there's an opportunity for people to, for people not to walk through the door, and folks will be disappointed.
I think museums have a really great potential to bring learning to life for students. So not only having them come into our buildings, we obviously house very important collections, whether it's art or science or culture. So the things that we have, the artifacts, the specimens, they're incredibly important, and getting students access to those is really fundamental, I think, in exciting students about those topics. But I also think it's really important for us to provide resources on the school site, or that can be used on the school site, so that it doesn't just have to happen on the field trip, it doesn't just have to happen in the building, it can be happening everywhere.
When it comes to our arts and cultural partners, we're going to connect with them all to achieve the goal of exposing every single child in LA uniform to a life-transformative experience through the arts.
And it's through partnerships that teachers, that school administrators begin to develop, that students are then exposed to just the opportunity to go to a museum and have a learning experience there, to see themselves in that space, to be able to imagine a future for themselves.
And with partnerships such as this, it's a way for students to see themselves, to learn more about themselves, both internally and just as a culture as a whole.
There is a lot that museums have to offer schools, and we are very eager at the American Alliance of Museums to support that in whatever way that we can as the National Association for Museums in this country.
With regard to the collaboration with AAM, we're kind of parallel institutions in a specific way, in that you are a convener, you have the access, the connections, and the resource with the institutions in a way that we have connections, access, and resources with the schools. And so I think between our two institutions, the ability to bring those entities together for this conversation, which I think both agree is so important, is really the way I see us being in partnership together. And I'm excited about today, and I'm more excited about what the future might hold in terms of continued collaboration.
Part of our job in education is to expose young people to opportunities, to resources, to experiences that they haven't yet had. And engaging with a museum is a perfect way to facilitate that.
It happened naturally, it happened organically, it happened because people wanted to be here and have these conversations and build with one another. And in that way, I feel really good about today. I feel really good about this work. I feel that this really is a catalyst for more.